Yeah, so most people who buy a house in Orlando find a place they love, run the mortgage payment through some online calculator, and they feel pretty good about the number. And then they sit down at closing, and the number isn't the number anymore. I'm Tyler Gibson with the GPG team here in Central Florida, and I help people make smart real estate decisions so they don't end up stuck in the wrong area. So today, I want to walk you through 6 hidden costs of buying a home in Orlando. Real numbers, 2026. The stuff that catches buyers off guard at closing or in their first year of owning. Stay with me. Number one's the obvious one, but number two is the one almost everybody misses. Number one, closing costs. In Florida, you're looking at roughly 2 to 5% of the purchase price. On a $400,000 house, that's somewhere between $8,000 and $20,000 on top of your down payment. That covers lender fees, title insurance, Florida documentary stamp taxes, your prepaid year of homeowners insurance, and your tax escrow. Your lender has to give you a loan estimate within 3 days of applying. Read it. Don't just glance at the bottom line. That document tells you exactly what you're walking into. Number two, and this is the one that gets almost everybody, property taxes. Florida has this thing called Save Our Homes. If a seller owned their house for 10 years, their tax assessment got capped at about 3% growth a year, no matter what the home was actually worth. So you look at the old tax bill, you see $2,600, you think, okay, that's manageable. But the second you buy that house, the tax assessment resets to what you just paid for it. That $2,600 can jump to $4,500, $5,000, sometimes more in your first full year. And nobody warned you because the seller's old bill is what got handed to you. Here's what I tell every buyer. Don't use the seller's tax bill. Go to the Orange County Property Appraiser's website and run a fresh estimate before you make an offer. 20 minutes of homework. It can save you thousands. Number three, insurance. And yeah, you've heard the stories. Florida insurance is rough right now. Good news for us in Orlando. We're inland, so our rates run lower than the coast. You're looking at maybe $2,200 up to about $4,800 a year for a typical home, depending on the carrier and the property. The biggest variable is your roof. If the roof's more than 10 or 15 years old, your premium goes up. Some carriers won't even quote you on it. So if you're looking at an older home, get an insurance quote during your inspection period, not after, while you can still walk away. In Florida, your insurance number can move your monthly payment more than your interest rate does. Treat it like a real line item from day one. Number four, CDD fees. This one's the silent killer. CDD stands for Community Development District. When a developer builds a brand new master planned community, somebody has to pay for the roads, the drainage, the amenity center, all of it. So they float bonds and you pay them back through an assessment that sits inside your property tax bill. Most buyers never see it as a separate line, so they miss it. Where do you find them? Lake Nona, Horizon West, Celebration, Sunbridge, most of the newer corridors. Where don't you find them? Winter Park, Baldwin Park, College Park, the older neighborhoods, where the infrastructure got paid for decades ago. CDD fees commonly run $1,000 to $3,000 a year. That's $150 to $350 extra a month, hidden right in your tax bill. Ask for the CDD assessment and the remaining bond balance before you write the offer every time. Number five, HOA. Quick one. Could be $100 a month, could be $500, could be more in a luxury community. Get the actual figure. Ask if the HOA is running a deficit. Ask about the reserve fund, because an underfunded HOA turns into a special assessment. And that special assessment lands on you, the new owner, not the seller who knew it was coming. Last one, maintenance. This one doesn't show up on any disclosure, but it will show up in your bank account. Florida heat and humidity is hard on AC systems. Roofs take a beating. Water heaters die when you least need them to. Plan on 1 to 2% of the home's value every year for upkeep and replacement. On a $400,000 home, that's $4 to $8,000 a year you're setting aside. You're not technically required to spend it until the year you absolutely are. So here's what I want you to take away from all this. Orlando is still a good place to buy. I live here. I work here. I invest here. I'm not trying to scare anybody out of it. But the buyers who do well, they're the ones who run the full math before they fall for the house, not after. Closing costs, the tax reset, an honest insurance quote, CDD's HOA, a real maintenance reserve. Add it all up. That's your real number, not the listing price. If you want a hand running those numbers on a specific house or neighborhood, that's exactly what my team does. Schedule a buyer consult with the GPG team. We'll walk you through your whole cost of ownership before you ever sign anything. And look, you don't need to know everything before you start. You just need to know enough not to get caught. That's the difference.